We use our cord, grab it at the bottom, that's an important detail, and then get the foot. Yes, good job, guys. Now, some people, I didn't lower the leg loops when we lowered the swing, so Alicia, you might want to bring those down one. Can you do that?
Sure.
Okay, Lori will help you, but the leg loops are just going to come down one notch. Do you feel comfortable? Relatively speaking? Back?
Yes.
I think it.
Hey.
Hello?
I just get a nod then.
You can just nod. That would be fine. All right, good guys. Now it's okay if we do a little patty cake with the feet. I already tested it out with Lori and she said it was okay. I usually actually teach from that position, so this is a little different for me. But I wanted to add Alicia's daughter and bring a little extra friend today, so I added a ninth swing. So a little bit more crowded than normal. We usually do 8 people, but it's okay. We fit. Okay, first thing we do is remember our forearm press, right? So this is going to keep pressure. So Lori, remember I'm recording in the center there. No big deal, but you know. So we're going to keep pressure off the underarms by using our forearms. And this allows us to drop our hips a lot, just a little bit more. Yeah, you feel that difference? So that difference, the difference between this and this is the difference between your spine opening and space getting in between your vertebrae, or everything sticking and locking in. So the main reason why I created this practice is to create length and space in the spine. I call it open, align, and release. So we want to open the body, open the front of the spine, align it just by hanging and using gravity, and then release any pressure or compression on the discs. Does that make sense, everybody? So if I keep correcting you when you're going like this, I'm just wanting to help you get comfortable with releasing the pressure in between the vertebrae of the spine. And it's totally different, I get it. So whenever you need a break, it's totally okay to come into a little bit of a back bend. But as much as possible, get that freedom that we never really experienced, because usually gravity is compressing us, and now gravity is our best friend, right? Gravity is opening the spine. So we're going to windshield wiper the legs, okay? So we're going to try to sync up. Oh, nice job. It happens naturally. You don't really have to teach synchronized swimming. It just happens, and sometimes bumper car happens, and that's okay too. But just have a little bit of fun with it, you know? I'm going to watch out for you as much as you're watching out for me, so you guys play. I get to do this all the time, so it's really about you. Awesome. Great. So you brought those down one, Alicia? Okay. So there is a lot of mobility with the equipment. I make the daisy chains. Obviously the carabiners are climbing carabiners, so I don't like weld them, but everything else I make to be adjustable. And that allows us to really have some fun in the swing. Isn't that great? So this is when the little courageous inner child comes out to play. It's really great. Nice. Whenever you need a break, you can bend your knees and come into chilaxin. Just try it. Just try transitioning into chilaxin. When we move closer to the hips, it's easier on the body. Does that make sense? Okay, the further out we are, so there's another pose where we're actually at the arches of the feet. Now, and when we're at the arches of the feet, we have to have all this engagement through the bottom part of the leg. So that's the hardest. This is a little bit easier. This is even easier. This would be easiest. And some of the poses will come into a lunge like this. This is if we don't really want to float. We can always have one foot on the ground. Okay, lots of variation. So if I see you wiggling, that's a sign, right? But you can always give me a little holler if you want some attention to change position. Your leg loops come down. So everybody just sway a little bit from side to side. I want you to engage your shoulders. We don't want to be like, oh my God, you know, so all of a sudden we don't have this space here in the neck. So you need to come out for me one at a time. Yeah, really good, hun. So I'm just going to switch, and then you can get right back in. Actually bring it down too. Try that. And the next one. Darling. So knee should be about chest level. Engage your shoulders. Okay. This is important. What we're going to do is most people have so much tension in their traps. Watch out for my own camera. They have so much tension in their traps that their lats never engage. So the way we pull our shoulders down our backs is we start to awaken these muscles that have become completely sleepy on us, right? So this happens. So we're getting the full rotation of the shoulder girdle, which will take pressure off the neck. Okay, in the long run, this is going to make a huge difference for retraining our posture just by hanging out. Right? The swing never lies. The swing is like our little truth serum about what's happening in the body. If there's a twist or anything crooked in the hips, we'll see it. If anything's happening here, we'll see it. So the swing always tells me exactly what's going on. Everybody pretty much comfortable? Just relaxing, right? Really good. So from here, we're going to learn a little bit more of a vinyasa flow. I call it a chill flow. It's going to be really nice and easy. And then if there's any point that you want to just hang and pause, you're welcome to pause. In any one of the poses, your favorite pose. But as I said, we're going to do it together. We're going to inhale, wide T. Exhale, squeeze around the leg loops. This is called a floating child's. In our floating child's, we just let our back around and we hang. It's a great place to rest. Okay, now we're going to inhale and blossom. Keep the hips heavy, come into star. So we can kick each other, it's okay. I really don't mind. So in star, you extend your arms, you extend your legs. So hands pointing up towards the sky in that gesture of receptivity. Good job. And then we're going to exhale, sit back down to our T. Okay, good. So that's half of the flow. So inhale T, exhale child's, wrap around. So round the back here. Now inhale and arch and open to star. There you go. So extend the legs, extend the arms, let it feel good. Exhale, come back to sit. Okay, so we're kind of like a little bit of a metal spoon that we're bending back and forth. We're opening up the spine. Inhale T. Exhale child's. Inhale, open and arch, star. Extend the arms, extend the legs. Good. Exhale, sit back down. One last time. Inhale. Exhale. Round in. Inhale, blossom, star. Exhale, sit. Oh, beautiful, guys. Okay, so just watch. I know sometimes when I demo, you want to do it, and it's like super excited and eager, but if you watch, then you'll get the little idiosyncrasies. I'm going to turn around, you'll see me a little bit better from this direction, and then you can mix in your things. Okay. So, from this position, okay, you straighten your legs out. Hands come to prayer. So look, my forearms are hooking, and then I'm going to press my hips up. Okay, this is called reverse namaste. So let's try it together. You guys were so good. So from our inhale here, we're going to wrap our arms around into prayer. So make sure they're around the swing. Extend the legs, keep them straight, squeeze together, and then lean back. Lean back by pressing your hips up. Beautiful. So hands wrap around the swing. Okay. Awesome. Just come back to sit and open up. Let's piece that together. So we're going to inhale. We're in our T. Exhale. Rounded child's pose. Float. Inhale, blossom and open for star. Beautiful. Should feel really good. I know you guys are just watching out for one another. And then you're going to squeeze the legs together, squeeze the hands together, come to prayer. Just Legoland over there. You guys will fit. Nice, lift the hips. So from here, I want you to hold on to the swing. Okay, hold on to the swing. All right. So let your body start to drape down. So the swing will slide into the waist. Just keep holding on. Good. So we're in a supported back bend. I know it's a little bit of trust. Beautiful, guys. Bend the knees here if you want. Now you bend the knees. Now this might be as far as you go in your back bend. Swings at the waist, so keep leaning back. There you go. Ah, this beautiful ray of sun is on my face. What a sweet treat. Okay, if your knees are bent and you want to grab for your ankles, go ahead and reach back. Only do it if it feels good, otherwise don't go too far. Yeah. It's all right. Keep the hands on the ground. It's okay. Beautiful, guys. Awesome. So supported bow. One of the best things we can do, as long as we're not straining the back, we don't ever want to push. Everyone release your ankles, reach up and grab for the swing. Beautiful. So exhale, lift your head, lower your hips, and sit down, nice and slow. Woo. Sway it out a little bit. So chillax in arms, right? The hands clasped behind the head. The hips sway from side to side. They're heavy. And then the arch happens in the upper thoracics. Good. Just let that feel good. Integrate the back bend. All right, we're going to piece that whole thing together. Now we did 2 half flows, and now when we put it all together, it'll be the full chill flow. So inhale, open up the arms. Exhale, child, squeeze. Nice breath, everyone. Inhale, blossom for star. Open the arms, open the legs, pause. Ah, that should feel good. And then exhale, squeeze the legs together, squeeze the hands together, come to prayer, wrap around the swing, push the hips up, and lift. See, that's why we put the mother and daughter together. Yeah. Only a few people we want to play Legos with. Beautiful, guys. Hold on to the swing, lower down. Okay, so we're gonna let the head start to sink down, swing slides into the waist. Just let it feel good. Maybe this is as far as you go for today. If you want to try bending the knees, let the knees bend. If you want to reach back, you can reach back. The hands can just float overhead too. You don't have to reach back. Just find where you're comfortable as far as you want to go in your back bend. Very few people get to feel this supported in a back bend. So just enjoy it wherever you are. Don't go too far because then we lose the enjoyment. We lower our fun factor by pushing. Nice. Then when you're ready, hold on to the swing. Lift the head, lower the hips. Sit down. Now the best part about that whole flow is the chillaxin. So enjoy the relaxation in between the poses. This is how we get the full integration. We usually only absorb about 20% of what we do because we don't take time for the body to really acclimate or recalibrate in between poses. So enjoy the dramatic pause in between the poses. Beautiful, guys. Really nice. How did that feel? You guys are going to stay. Don't jump out. Feels good? Nice. All right, so now we're going to just change back into the floating Buddha. So we're going to push the leg loops down to the ends. Just get creative. There you go. Now in floating Buddha, we're going to try the same sequence. Okay? See how it goes. So from here, we're already in our wide straddle T, right? So don't worry about it. You can open up your legs. It's okay if you touch, really. I'll watch out for you. Awesome. There we go. We've been perfect. Awesome. So to come into our star, we just, nothing happens in our lower body. We just lift our hearts and open our arms. Nice. Really good, guys. Now from here, just see if you can come into your namaste. So we squeeze the legs together. And just watch out for one another. Squeeze the arms together. Press the hips up. Lean back. So in our namaste, it's a little bit more challenging here. We're a little bit more engaged with the leg loops at the ankles. Beautiful, guys. So hold on to the swing. Lower back. The swing slides into the waist. And it's pointing down towards the ground. Beautiful. This is like the world-class favorite pose because you're in an inversion and a back bend and supported all at the same time. Should feel great. Now keep your hands on the swing if you want to feel that support, or bring them down towards the ground. You bring your hands down, see if you can straighten your arms, palms up. So not handstand arms where your palms are down, but straight arms, palms up. So yes, your hands will be reaching towards the back of the room. Beautiful, guys. Squeeze the legs together unless you have a head there. Right, there you go. Nice long legs. This is called ladle.
ladle pose because we're literally draining the energy out